What's up, family? Today we're going to talk about the principles of fasting. Fasting is a powerful way to draw closer to God. It's the act of denying the physical needs of the flesh in order to strengthen and build up spiritual self. It's an act of humbling ourselves before God. There are many different types of fasts. Some people fast from social media, television, or shopping. But today we're specifically going to be talking about fasting from food. This type of fast is about giving up a reliance on natural physical nourishment and instead relying on God's nourishing our spirit and sustaining us until the fast is over. Biblical examples of fasts. There are many examples of fasting in the Bible with different lengths and purposes. Judges 20:26 through 28, 1-day fast. In Judges 20, the Israelites were going up against the Benjamites because of the horrific abuse and murder of a Levite concubine. They fought for 2 days and were unsuccessful. On the third day, they fasted from sunrise to sunset to seek direction from the Lord. After that, God gave them victory. Esther, 3-day fast. In the book of Esther, a Persian king made a decree to kill all the Jews. Esther, the newly crowned queen, who was secretly Jewish, came up with a plan to save her people. But approaching the king without the permission could mean death. So before taking action, Esther said, "Go gather all the Jews who are Susa and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day. I and my attendants will fast as you do. When this is done, I will go to the king even though it's against the law, and if I perish, I perish." She and the Jewish people fasted for wisdom, discernment, protection, guidance, and God's deliverance for them. Act 9. Saul fast in the New Testament. We meet Saul, who was persecuting early Christians. After an encounter with the risen Jesus, he was blinded. For 3 days, Saul fasted and prayed. No food, no water. On the third day, the Lord sent his disciple to restore his sight. Saul later became an apostle Paul. Daniel's fast. In the book of Daniel, we see several examples. First, Daniel and his friends refused to eat the royal food and wine, choosing only vegetables and water as not to defile themselves. Because of their obedience, God gave them strength, wisdom, and favor. Later in Daniel 10, Daniel receives troubling news. Israel's exile will not just last 70 years, but 70 times 7 because of their rebellion. Daniel's 10:2-3 says, "At the time, I, Daniel, mourned for 3 weeks. I ate no choice food, no meat or wine touched my lips, and I used no lotions at all until the end of the 3 weeks was over." He fasted in the morning, seeking understanding. At the end of his 21-day fast, an angel came to him and said, "Do not be afraid, Daniel. Since the first day that you set your mind unto gaining understanding and to humble yourself before God, your words were heard, and I have come in response to them. But the prince of Persian kingdom resisted me 21 days. Then Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me." What this shows is that from the very moment Daniel started fasting, his prayers were heard and spiritual warfare was taking place. His obedience and humility helped break through the spiritual resistance so that the angel could bring God's message. Why fasting matters. These are just a few examples of the fasting in the Bible. There are also extreme fasts like the 40-day fast of Moses, Elijah, and of course Jesus. For the sake of time, though, I focus on the shorter fast to show God's supernatural presence, how it becomes available as we fast. Fasting shows humility before God, helps you hear God's voice more clearly, gives spiritual clarity and direction, is a powerful weapon against darkness and spiritual bondage, helps you rely fully on God for strength and breakthrough. Closing thoughts. To wrap this up, fasting is a powerful and essential tool, especially when you're facing a battle. It might just be that what you need to experience a breakthrough in your life or to break a stronghold that's been holding you back. There's so much more we could talk about, but that might have to wait for a part 2. For today, I'll leave you guys with this. If nobody's told you today, I love you, Jesus loves you, and through him, all things are possible. All right, see you guys later.